Hey everybody, Artwood Mortgage Team, your favorite mortgage guy on the planet. If you didn't know, just ask me, I will tell you. So not a lot to talk about with the Fed's favorite gauge of inflation that came out on Friday. It came in as expected at 2.9%, which is fine. Rates are up a little bit still from when the Fed's lowered rates. Go figure. But we've covered that here. What's interesting to me is I'm still not thrilled with the 2.9 number. Not that I mean that I'm not thrilled with the 2.9. I wish it were lower. I just think realistically it is lower. If you look at a large portion of the CPI and the PCE number, a large portion of it is owner's equivalent rent. That means, what do I think my house would rent for? I don't think that should make up a huge portion of CPI and PCE, because who am I to tell you what it'll rent for? It just seems like there's data out there to support what it'll rent for, and we could just take that out altogether, or not make it such a big chunk, because they're saying that in theory, if we used real data instead of what we think, it would lower inflation, the inflation numbers by 0.3. Now, that doesn't mean it's lowering inflation. That means it's lowering the inflation numbers by 0.3. So it'd be from 2.9 down to 2.6. The other thing is, it seems to be widely reviewed that tariffs are a one-time shock to the system, so it wouldn't continually be an extra 0.3 of a point or whatever. So the experts say that it's 0.3 to 0.4 tenths of the CPI PCA number is to inflation, and inflation's a one-time thing. It went up. It's it's not going to keep going up every month. So if we took that out and we took owner's equivalent rent out, now we're down to 2.3. And then last but not least, we've got financial services cost. Well, the interesting thing is about that is that number isn't going up. So if financial planners are still charging 1%, they're still charging 1%. They've charged 1% forever in most cases. But they were managing $100,000. Now they're managing $200,000 because the market's gone up. So the price has gone up, but the price really hasn't gone up. So again, if we take that out, we're really running close to the 2%, which is the Fed mandate. So again, it just looks to systems and why are we getting the numbers we're getting. And then lastly, this week we got a big number coming up, probably the most anticipated number in jobs report, because the Fed's so divided between what is happening. So I will fill you in on that. But until then, I'll turn your mortgage into a work of art. Take care.